I would like to, first of all, express how sorry I am for not being able to be with you. But as you all know, we have these flight cancellation problems in Europe. And what I'd like to do here is to address the 4 questions that have been posed by the organizers of this event. The first question is, what can be learned about past experiences, for example, related to protected areas, to make REDD projects a success? First, we have to address the concept of paper parks, protected areas which exist on paper but don't exist in practice. And on light of this fact, which is very widespread in many countries in Latin America and in Africa and in Asia, we have an opportunity for REDD to become a major source of financing of implementation of protected areas. This is particularly important in areas which have communities living inside protected areas or in the buffer areas, which do interact with those parks and reserves. And my particular suggestion for this is to make sure that we have all projects related to these experiences reported in a very transparent way, in a way that it creates accountability. The second question is how we should evaluate if REDD is working. What would have happened without REDD? And my response to this is that we should measure impacts of REDD projects, and this is doable. There are many indicators of success, not only in relation to deforestation rates or degradation rates, but also in relation to social and economic indicators. And we should keep in mind that REDD is very much related to human behavior. So we should address equally, with equal importance, environmental and social and economic parameters. It's very important to have poverty eradication as one component of an assessment of a REDD project. And finally, it's very important to have certification as a part of REDD schemes. So I'm very much in favor of using CCBA, VCS, FSC, all kinds of certification schemes that have credibility. And it's very important to move towards a single system of certification of REDD projects. The third question is how efforts to strengthen local institutions could be a part of REDD. How could this be implemented? How can good local governance be verified and by whom? This is an area where we have a very interesting experience. We have the Bolsa Floresta scheme now working in Amazonas for over 2 years. We currently have over 10 million hectares under this REDD scheme, which includes a payment for REDD services, ecosystem services, divided in 4 components. First, an average of $70,000 per year in income generation per reserve per year, the same amount invested in education and health, plus investment in associations, grassroots organizations that usually are very weak and inefficient. And the 4th component is the cash payment made to women. But I'd like to stress the 3rd component, the support to grassroots organizations. This is something which has been a lesson learned and a very challenging strategy of our work. And we have just finalized a meeting to evaluate this with 11 presidents of grassroots organizations. And there are many challenges. In some of these organizations, the leaders are very good, they are very dynamic, and we get a lot of good results. In others, they're not as dynamic. So it is very important to invest time and resources into training and developing new leaderships and new leadership skills. The fourth question is related to free, prior, and informed consent of indigenous peoples and local communities. How should participation be enhanced in a REDD context? Is it possible to design a global policy framework? My take on this is that participation is something which is not simple. It's not having a meeting, an open meeting, and it's okay. A lot of times people don't understand what is being said. So it's very important to use different communication tools, such as art in education, music, theater, circus, are very useful instruments in engaging people in a dynamic participatory process, and also in making sure that people understand the complex issues associated with REDD. And we should try as much as possible to come up with simple messages that people can relate to, and very transparent processes of decision making. And we have a number of very interesting experiences in the Bolsa Floresta scheme, such as participatory budget planning. We have the investments decided for income generation, for example, in the communities itself, at the very, very local level. And this is an exercise which has been very, very useful. So my final suggestion is that yes, we should have a big emphasis of participation for REDD schemes, and it's doable and it's possible, and that should also be a part of the evaluation criteria for certification of REDD projects at the project level. And at the national level, we should make sure that these processes include governance in a way that incorporate the views of major stakeholders related to REDD programs at the national level. So at both levels, at the project level and the national level, we should enhance participation. And finally, I'd like to say that my take is that REDD is a very promising approach to protect forests. People don't deforest because they're stupid or ignorant or irrational. And we have to build with local people the best strategy, the best approach to increase the value of forests for them. Because the more standing forests are valuable to the people that live in the forests, the more likely it is that they are going to prevent deforestation and forest degradation. I wish you a good seminar and all the best. If you want to have some information about our work, please do visit our experience, some of which is already in English, some of it's not in Portuguese, but it's in the website, and the address is on your screen. Okay, all the best. Bye-bye.